and welcome to Mechanical Talks, IIT Bombay Diaries. I am Prem Kumar, your host for today's session. Today we have Mr. Sudeep Walter Thomas with us, who has been selected as Associate Data Scientist in Ecom Express. He is a final year MTech Mechanical student, batch of 21 from the Manufacturing Specialization. He completed his BTech from Kalyani Government Engineering College. Currently, he is working as a Department Placement Coordinator at Institute Placement Team, IIT Bombay, for the year 2021. Welcome, Walter, for the Mechanical Talks.
Thank you, Prem. Thank you so much for having me.
Walter, firstly, could you please explain about the role you are selected for, like associate data scientist? So, what are you expected to do there?
I have been selected for the role of Associate Data Scientist and Operation Research Engineer at Ecom Express, where I'll be working to provide solutions and I'll be making machine learning models to provide solutions for the logistics of vehicle routing, demand forecasting, network design optimizations, and all. And I'm sure you must have heard about Ecom Express as it is India's one of the top third-party logistics company, and you must have got at least one or two parcels from there also
Yeah.
because after we buy any product from Amazon or Flipkart, our work start from there. Like when you click on the buy button, after there, the process of the product going from warehouse to your home is totally been done by us. So I'll be making some models to optimize how it is reaching your house.
You are the one who tells us that we will be getting order on this date.
Yeah, probably. The models will do that, but yeah, kind of.
Okay. Like, Walter,
Yeah.
for this role, what all departments this profile was, this job was open for?
So this company came around in February. There were only three departments for which it was open: Computer Science MTech, IUR, and for Mechanical Department MTech. Only these three.
It was only open for masters only, MTech only.
For for Computer Science and Mechanical, yeah, only for masters, and for IUR for all.
Right. This was open for these departments. Which all specialization did you observe that which all specializations the shortlisted candidate for the test, like not after the test, for the test, which all specialization students they prefer? Like, was there any such preference?
I don't think that there was any such preferences, like for any particular specializations.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
So in the after the final selection, did what all specializations were there in the final selection?
See, the company came for mostly IUR role. Like the role that I have been selected is like 70 to 60% IUR and remaining percent machine learning engineer. So the weight of IUR was very heavy in the job. So they were preferring more IUR people. So yeah, IUR was the more weightage.
Now coming to your resume part,
Yeah,
which resume did you apply? We prepare five resumes, right? Out
yeah.
of that, which one did you apply? And in general, how you used to decide which resume to use for a particular company?
All the five resumes we made, but mostly I used to, and everybody in general used to use the two-page data science resumes while applying for AI companies. Yeah, because it is showing more of your skills until and unless the company is specifying beforehand that you have to apply with one-page resume. Don't used to apply one-page resume. We used to always apply with two-page resume.
Right.
And yeah, for the core companies with the core resume, we used to apply two-page core resume. Yeah.
Okay. As you have not seen the offline mode of placements, I
Yeah.
myself being the CC for previous year, I have
Yeah.
witnessed that as well. So I saw that during walk-ins, students were preferring the one-page resume.
Yeah.
Did you see such any pattern? Like you yourself used this one-page resume during the walk-ins, online walk-ins, even though we know
No.
that it was not.
Walk-ins were very rare. Whatever I applied walk-ins for, I never used one page. I always used two page only. There also.
Coming to this, like your role is a data scientist role,
Yeah.
and there was a like huge crowd. You competed with even computer science students.
Yeah.
Although I think there were very rare. It is very rare that even for phase two computer science students are
Yeah.
there. But I believe there were one
Yeah.
or two,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
considering the current COVID situation. And IUR is also a big chunk of is a big
Yeah.
competition for us. So how a mechanical guy landed in an AI job among such huge competition?
This is a very interesting question, and I would like to answer this by saying that first of all, mechanical and IUR or any other department, like for me, I personally believe that department doesn't matter that much if you are capable enough. Okay. So when a company comes to recruit from IIT Bombay, first of all, they know that all the students at IIT Bombay are well capable. Okay. Like they can adapt to any situation. That's why they are coming at IIT Bombay, right? So they come to see if you are able to adapt or not, right? And they already know that you can, but they want to see if you have that interest or not in their company and in the profile that they're coming for. Otherwise they will have to spend a lot of money on you for to train you, right? So if you have the basic skill set that a company requires, then I think you are good to go for any company. It doesn't matter if you're mechanical or CSC or any other department. And if you have what the company needs, then they will take you irrespective of your department. This is
Okay.
what I want to say in this.
Yeah. Right. So if you have skills enough to crack the test and convince
Yeah,
the HR or the interviewing person that I am capable enough of learning anything what
yeah,
you will teach, then you are good to go.
yeah.
Then coming to test part, like how was the test? How what wall were asked? Which topics were asked?
So that I don't remember particularly what topics were there, but I think there were three questions, three coding questions in the coding test, and they were pretty easy as compared to what all tests that we were giving all this while. Because coming to phase two, you have a huge experience of giving tests again and again, again and again. So while coming to phase two, you kind of know that okay, this question is going to solve like this. So the tests were easy, and particularly I enjoyed the psychometric test. It was like 1 hour test with a lot of questions. I don't remember how many questions were there, but it was kind of subjective. Like you can choose any of the options, and all of the options were correct. There was no wrong option. So it was very interesting for me. Like it was, I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah,
Right. So in test in technical test there were
yeah,
three coding questions. That's it. No
yeah.
MCQs, data science
No,
related
no,
MCQs,
no,
nothing.
no.
Okay. Uh,
And there was one aptitude test also.
okay.
Yeah,
MCQ based aptitude test, then a three question coding test, then psychometric test.
yeah,
Then coming to the interviews part,
yeah.
which all interviews did you do till the ecom express interview?
Since my placement was in phase two, so you can understand that I have been going through a lot of interviews in phase one. So, shall I start with phase one interviews or shall I start with Ecom Express?
No, just you can tell the names of the companies for which you gave interviews so that our juniors who are watching this video may
Yeah.
contact you for that particular experience, just
I
to
can
let them
share
know.
small parts also about other interviews that I
Yeah,
gave.
if you find any interesting thing that you want to
Yeah.
share about that particular interview.
So day one was like I was selected for Airbus. I was shortlisted for Airbus interview, which was on day one. And to be honest, I took HR part lightly. Like I thought that HR is going to be like very easy and you can say anything, whatever you want. But the truth was like that I realized that it is not the case when you are sitting in an interview for a company like Airbus. The technical part, I prepared a lot and I was able to give really good answers in technical. And they even said that I impressed them because I did my homework. And but in HR round, like there were a few questions where I got stuck and then I was not able to answer the HR questions properly. So in HR part, I was rejected.
Like, do
Uh,
you remember what was that question where you stuck?
So there were certain questions like which plane will you use to of Airbus to go from Mumbai to Kolkata, something like this. Yeah, these were the kind of questions. Like you can do that, but at that time I was getting a little nervous. And on third day, I had ANZ Bank, and ANZ Bank, I gave my best. It was a really nice interview. The HRs were really good. After giving the interview, I got this hope that I might get selected in the company because the HRs themselves said that I would like to see you again. and I was really happy. And I would like to say this to juniors that until and unless your result doesn't come, don't expect anything, and just be happy that you gave the interview and start preparing for the next one. Otherwise, you will end up like me. Like I was kind of very devastated that night. Like it didn't happen. And after that, after ANZ, I got interviewed on day 7, while I was also selected in Micron in on day 3, but due to some mismanagement by the placement team, I was not able to give the interview. So on day 7, I had my interview in L&T. It went for like 1 hour, and the interviews were really nice. Like they were asking a lot of technical questions, and I was able to answer all of them. At the end, they gave me one scenario. They asked me to say something about two statements, like leadership can be born or it can be made. This was a problem statement, and I had to say something for like 1 minute. They gave me like 1 minute time to think about it, and after that, I was telling them leadership can be made. Like I took that in my what do you call it?
Okay.
Yeah,
In a
so
conclusion, you.
yeah. So it went really fine. It was really good, but again, there I was not selected. Maybe they were looking the company's criteria was something that they took a lot of civil guys. So after that, there was one more company which I gave, which I don't remember the name because it went for only 5 minutes, and they selected actually 100 students, and they had really less time to go through the interview of all the students. I didn't took it seriously, so it was just 5 minutes, and I guess they also didn't take any of the students. After that, phase one was over, and I started preparing for phase two, where I gave the interview for Ecom Express.
Now, before getting to your Ecom Express interview in detail,
Yeah,
uh, as we can see, as you said, like you saw a series of back steps were
yeah,
there during your journey for placements. So, like keeping this positive attitude till you get placed, especially when you are sitting in phase two and you see that many of your friends are already getting placed or got placed in phase one itself. Keeping that nerve till you get placed is very important.
yeah.
So, how could you do that? Like, what were your thought process? How did you manage yourself?
Honestly, it was really hard. I was not at all positive, and life was not going well at that time. I was like phase one is over, and you are at home, and you have no one to talk to. Especially you are at home, and you can't share your feelings with anyone at home, right? Like you need your friends to talk with, and they are also placed. And I don't like you have very less people who will understand you the way you are feeling. So I had some friends, really good friends. So I used to share everything with them. After sharing my feelings, I used to feel a little better, and I didn't give up. As Prajwal also said in his interview, he didn't give up. As well as I did the same. I kept believing that okay, I reached here. I got so much of experience, and I will use this experience in my next interview. I have learned a lot, and I will use my learning in the next interview. If not in the next interview, so I will learn from there also, and then use that in the next interview. So this was my mindset actually. Like अभी नहीं हुआ तो कभी तो होगा. Like this was my mindset. So this is how I kept my morale and motivation. And there were some friends of mine also with me who were not placed. We used to regularly counsel each other, like how are you feeling and all. Because I think in COVID times when you are at your home and you are not going somewhere and you are all the time you are under the pressure of getting placed, you are studying a lot, you are thinking about the future and everything. Mentally, you kind of break down, and it's really hard at that time. And I don't want anyone to go through that, but at that time also you have to hold your courage, hold yourself up, and you have to think like tomorrow there will be like sunshine, something like that. So I think that is how life goes, and then I also got placed, and at the
Right.
end it is fine for everybody. So that was my thinking at that time.
Yeah, you honestly agreed that it was very hard for you, and
Yeah,
people rarely agree. They tell
yeah,
that I was motivated, but yeah, you
yeah,
were really honest about that. So, to the juniors who are watching this, uh, it might happen with you as well. Like you may mentally break down, or you may find it difficult to get going, then as Thomas
And
said,
one more thing I would want to add here, that I was in regular contact with my seniors. Like I used to talk with Tanmay, I used to talk with Jay and all. Like they used to share their experiences with me, and then it was kind of motivating. Like Jay also didn't got selected in first few companies, so he used to tell me like, हो जाएगा. And I would like to say of my juniors that we are there for you guys, right? So whenever you want to talk to us, whenever you are feeling low, whatever the situation is, just call us. We might guide you in a way that you might not even think of. So always know that we are there for you.
yeah,
So
right.
that is very important.
Very well said, Thomas.
Yeah,
So as Thomas said, keep in touch with your friends, your seniors.
yeah.
Uh, think that each of your back step will push you to step forward with the experience which you have gained during your interviews. So coming to the day of your selection, how was your Ecom Express interview?
So it was like a lot of ups and downs. At first, there was my HR interview. It went for just 5 minutes, and there they just asked me like my name and just tell me about yourself quickly, because I think that they didn't had too much time, or they didn't wanted to spend too much time on HR. It was very easy. Like I just said about myself and done. After 1 hour, there was one technical interview. So in technical interview, they asked me a lot of technical questions related to data science, and they gave me a problem statement. The problem statement was, if I have a lot of, like, my project is in NLP, so they asked me a question in NLP. Like they gave me a problem statement. Suppose I have a product description in Flipkart. I have a product description. So how will you make a machine learning model so that by that product description, it will be able to say that it is cloth, or is it food, beverage, or any other item. So I, like, they gave me some 10-15 seconds to think, and then I said whatever I was thinking, and it was kind of right. And so they again started asking me and grilling me on other questions, and it went fine. I was able to give 85-90% answers properly. So after it went for around 1 hour, 1.5 hour, something like that. And then after that, I was really exhausted, and I was like relaxed that today ka kaam ho gaya. And then I left. I just went out with my friends, and then suddenly I saw the CC called me, and he said that next interview is there. You have to prepare yourself. Like it was unexpected. Like the company's senior manager wanted to take the interview of the selected students. So me and other 3 guys were selected for among 8 guys. Like 8 guys were selected for the interview, and then for the next round, final round, 4 guys were selected, in which I was there. So the manager, he started asking questions. Like he also asked kind of same questions, but his main questions were from Python. Like, do you know Python well or not? Not from data science or anything else. Are you able to make object oriented programming or not? So I said that yeah, I know something about it, but I'm not very I have not done a lot of things, but I am confident in this. So it went on like this, and like after again 45 minutes, it was over, and finally it was over, and like next day the results came.
Uh, in the second round, did they ask you to code something?
No, no, they never asked me to code anything. They just asked me something, I don't remember, but they asked me, how will you code this? Something, there was some question, and it was a short answer, but they asked me
They were
like this.
checking the logic only.
Yeah, yeah, this is logic.
Okay. In first round, uh, was that 1 hour 30, 1.5 hour, right? First round was. So
Yeah.
that whole 1.5 hour went on that single question, or
First of
they
all,
grilled you on your resume?
yeah, resume was there at the start. I had to tell them about my MTP, like what I'm doing in my MTP, and then after that, they gave me a problem statement. And when I was able to tell them, and in the middle there was some internet problem also. When I was able to give them the problem statement's answer, then they asked me some small questions from Python and data science, like regression, what is regression, and everything, like basic questions.
Nice, Walter. It was nice talking to you. You, I think, uh, have very well explained whatever you remember. Of course,
Thank
we
you.
don't remember everything from our interview and
Yeah.
all. So, before leaving, would you like to give some gyan to our juniors? How to
I would
prepare
like.
for interviews and all something?
Yeah, so I made a lot of mistakes. Like I didn't started coding earlier. I should have started coding like 4 months before. Because of a lot of things, I was not able to do that. And in the long term, it affected me. Yeah, so start preparing coding at least 4 5 months before the placements.
One of the reason I think is we were not aware of this thing. We should start coding too early.
Yeah, that was there, and I think DPC work was also there for me, for
Yeah.
which I was a little occupied there, and then there were other things also. So I started coding in September, so I should have started earlier. And I would like to specially say this to the juniors that seniors also have always told us, but we never work on that. That if you have a dream company, start preparing for that company beforehand, like 1 year earlier only, like what the company needs and how, what seniors are there, contact them and everything. Like be focused for that particular company and just start preparing for that. And if you are good in that skill set that that company requires, you will be able to like match other company skill set also.
Yeah.
So
Right.
just aim that company and start. And coding and everything you have to do, like HackerRank, HackerEarth, all these platforms you have to like get to know all these platforms earlier. Because if you directly go to a test and think that okay, I'll be able to solve the coding, you might be able to solve the coding, but the platform is like that, you might get confused and you
Yeah.
might lose a lot of time. So these are the things that you need to know beforehand.
For me, I started my coding practice in July. Even then, I
Okay.
think that I started too late.
Okay.
Like, it's never that this is the right time, this is too early
Yeah.
to start. It's never like that. Start
Yeah.
as early as
And there was no guidance also, proper guidance.
I was not even aware of all these websites where we can practice.
Yeah. Even
Lack
me.
of
Yeah.
that
And
lack of
what kind
information.
of questions we need to practice also, like arrays or strings or something else. What particular kind of questions companies ask? Like data structure and algorithm is the very important. I would like to say to everyone, like that is the must. You have to do that.
In your test as well, in Ecom Express, the three coding questions, were they simple aptitude based coding questions or they involved a lot of data structures
No, no,
and
no,
till
no. Not a lot. No, data structures were very simple. Whatever was there, it was simple.
yeah,
Yeah.
and not like we don't dynamic programming and all were
No,
not
no,
there.
no. Not no recursion, nothing else. Yeah. Normal.
Okay then. Thank you, Walter. Thank you for giving your time. Hope your guidance will help our juniors to excel in their placement
Thank
preparation.
you. Thank you so much. I really liked this interview session. Yeah.
Uh, and by the way, I forgot to mention that Walter is also like into vlogging. He enjoys vlogging a lot. He has made quite a few videos on YouTube as well. If any of you watching this video would like to explore that, link is in the description box.
Just started. Thank you so much.